How's it going, everyone? It's Nathan here and welcome to the video. So today I'm in the woods. Well, you could call it the urban woods. So it's a Wednesday at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm at work. I'm just taking a little bit of a break just to kind of get out and decompress. In my last video I spoke a fair bit about just taking the pressure off, taking the stress off yourself when you're kind of going throughout your day-to-day life. And one of the key things for me is to get out into the woods as much as I can, but it's not always possible. So right now I'm in kind of in the city area, but this is where I would typically go during my day just to get out and be around nature, even though it's not everywhere. You know, what we have to do is try and find nature wherever we can. So come with me and I'm just going to take you down to where I would usually sit. It's down by the water, and this is how I rewild myself when I've got very little nature around me. So I'm really lucky because the office that I work at is it's not right in the middle of Dublin City, but it's at a place called Grand Canal, which is this area here. And it's beautiful down here, especially when the sun's shining, which is it's quite funny because on the weekend we had some fantastic, beautiful, warm, sunny days, and typical Ireland, here we are, it's Wednesday and it's overcast and a little bit cool again. But I'm really fortunate because this is a place where I come to just to get out and sit around whatever nature I can find at the time. I'm currently reading a book called Rewild Your Mind, and it's written by an ex-army serviceman who did a couple of tours of Afghanistan, if I remember correctly, and developed PTSD from being in that area. And the way he got himself back to normality, if you will, was to rewild himself, get back out into nature, get back out into the woods, be around the real natural world. And it really had a massive impact on him overcoming his PTSD. And reading that book, it's really good. It gives you a lot of tips about how to start a fire, how to make a tea out of natural ingredients from the woods, how to sleep under the stars, or just the importance of sleeping under the stars. And it's a fantastic book. I'll put it up on the screen so you can have a look. But one of the things he talks about in it is how to find the wild, how to find nature when you're not around the woods or you're not around nature like that. And it really is everywhere. Even if you're living in a city, there's maybe a patch of grass, a tree, whatever it may be, where you can just go sometime and sit by it and let that be your nature. And so this is where I would usually come, or one of the places around my work where I'd usually come, just to find that piece of nature, even if it's just for a couple of minutes to decompress from work. So one of the things that we tend to forget is that there is nature everywhere. We can find that little piece of nature wherever we go, whether it be a tree or the patch of grass. But it's important for us to just go and find it and connect with nature as much as we can, even when we're surrounded by the urban woodland, which we call like a city. All the concrete, all the artificially created stuff that's around. We can always find that little piece of nature, just to connect to it just for a couple of minutes. Like I said before, I'm really fortunate because this is such a beautiful spot. If you're ever in Dublin, come down to Grand Canal, and it's just a really nice place to sit. It's by the water, And because it's by the water, that's plenty of nature for me. It's a really nice place just for me to sit for just a couple of minutes, just to get out of the office. My office is literally around the corner, so I'm right on the water, which is fantastic. I wish I had a view of the water. I work in a little bit of a small office, but it's really good that it's here. And so because I'm working, it's not going to be a very long video this time, but the point really is just for you to be able to get out wherever you can. And even though we can pile up the excuses why we can't get out, why we need to keep working, or why we go somewhere else like a cafe or something to escape for a few minutes, they really are just that. Like, you know, they're excuses. I make my own excuses sometimes as well, like I'm trying to reach a deadline, which of course is important, or I just feel like, oh, I'll just do a little bit more work, I'll just reply to another email, and that ends up turning into something to follow up on and something else to do. So it becomes very important just to find that time, just to get out, sit for a few minutes, breathe in some air, look at the water if you've got the water, sit on the grass, sit next to a tree, whatever you can do, because it really just centers you and really connects you, and it gives you the ability to go back to work feeling fresh, feeling recharged, feeling a sense of accomplishment as well, because you actually did it, even if it is just for a couple of minutes. I mean, who cares? The challenge is getting out, and when you can overcome that challenge, you can go back feeling triumphant, you know? Hey, I've done it. Like I said, I can't hang around for too long. I do have to get back to work. For me, it's just been a couple of minutes, but this is all I need for now. This will get me through the rest of the afternoon and keep me centered for the rest of the day. So my advice to you is this: get out wherever you can. Find that patch of grass. Every city's got like a little park somewhere or a few trees. Just go stand next to it for a couple of minutes a day. It's amazing how good you feel. And bring with it the intention that, yeah, this is my woods for the day. This is my nature for the day. This is going to do, and it's great. It's getting windy now as well. All right, well guys, thanks very much for watching the video. Appreciate it. Let me know your comments below, and I'll catch you on the next one.